this week's Brain Boost, you're going to learn why Square's IPO didn't go so well, the market opportunity in cybersecurity, and about some fun from the BBC YouTube channel. All right, so let's start by looking, why did the Square IPO not go so well? Square's is in the online payment space, which is a very crowded space, and I want to focus on one reason in particular that Square's IPO didn't go so well, and that relates to Jack Dorsey, the relatively famous founder of Twitter and Square. You might recall from this Brain Boost series or from other news outlets that Twitter's CEO recently left, and Jack Dorsey agreed to become the CEO of both Square and Twitter. When that was announced, Twitter stock took a little bit of a hit, and now his co-CEO role has also affected Square's IPO. Analysts are wondering if Jack can do a good job as the leader of two companies. Of course, this is not unheard of. Elon Musk is the chief executive of multiple companies as well. But one key difference is that Jack Dorsey hasn't done a great job with his investor relations and communication strategy. He's been relatively quiet about his vision for Twitter and his vision for Square. In the world that we live in, especially as crowdfund investing comes online, the leaders of most organizations are going to need to be great communicators, because in the connected world, everybody expects the people from whom they want to hear from to be relatively communicative and articulate, in this case about the vision and the plans for Square's growth. So I would challenge you, make sure that you are communicating the value that you create. Whether you're an employee communicating to your boss, a product manager communicating to your customers, or in this case, the leader of a company or an organization communicating to your stakeholders. Oftentimes, if that communication is not being made, then your audience is not going to know about the value that you are creating. Next, let's look at the big market opportunity in cybersecurity. So this week, George Osborne from the UK government announced that the UK government will be investing about $3 billion in cybersecurity over the next 4 years. $3 billion is a lot of money. And in a world where we're constantly getting thrown lots and lots of news, one way to test whether or not something is worth paying attention to is to follow the money. In this case, there is a lot of money flowing into cybersecurity from banks, governmental organizations, and many, many other types of organizations. So if you need to attach yourself to an industry that is receiving tons of investment, cybersecurity is a really good place to be. And our final story for the week, BBC has the top trending video for YouTube in the UK. And it's a really fun video where you can basically see how by looking at a black and white photo and then look at some color overlay, you can actually trick your brain into seeing color. If you want to check this out, I've linked to it here in the video and put it in the description to this Brain Boost. As a final note, the Growth Hacking series has received a major update this week, including an awesome interview with Peter Van Saben from Growth Tribe in Amsterdam. If you are interested in checking out the complete Growth Hacking series, one of Eazl's flagship courses, I'm going to put a link on screen here where you can get the first section of the course for free on Skillshare. This is usually a premium course, but I want you to experience it to see if this is a series that you would be interested in taking. Now, if you ever have a question, you'd like to collaborate with somebody here at Eazl, or you would like a coupon code for one of our courses, you can always reach out directly to me at davisj@eazl.co. That's it for this week's Brain Boost. I will see you next week at 10 a.m. Pacific time for another Brain Boost.